Hello guys and gals, today's video is brought to you by good old-fashioned Reddit. Now, for a lot of people wondering why I'm mentioning Reddit in this case, well, my own subreddit, Some Ordinary Gamers, if none of you follow that Reddit board, please do, because we share a lot of wholesome memes, have a good time, and quite honestly, if you want me to cover a certain thing, you should go to that subreddit and sort of post it out there. I do check there from time to time. I also like to make content of my own accord, but I will look there if there is something the community really likes. Well, it turns out my entire subreddit got completely brigaded in protest, and this protest lasted for about 2 days. For those of you who have no idea, if you're looking at the screen right now, this image constantly kept being posted, okay? Basically, Reddit had hired an individual with a very checkered past, and very weird relationships. Now, to sum it up really short, okay, I'm going to say a name that for the last 2 days, apparently if you had stated it on Reddit, would absolutely get you destroyed, and your Reddit account would be gone. John Wick would spawn into your subreddit, and snap your neck and send you to God. Now, this name was Amy Challenor. Amy Challenor, okay, I hope I pronounce all of that right. Amy Challenor is a woman who was a very prominent politician. A politician that actually got completely removed from the UK Green Party. Now, why is this significant? Why did she get removed? Well, she had relationships to a father and a husband that were caught basically promoting some really bad ideology about relationships with kids. You could probably understand what we're actually getting into. The dad has actual, really heinous criminal allegations and arrests and a past regarding him and children. This is something that's not okay, 100%. If you think that something you've seen on Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator is bad, this is way worse than that. And that's where it is. I'm just going to fleet around it for YouTube's TOS because A, I really don't want to touch upon this on my channel because of how weird and how disgusting some of these crimes are. But that's pretty much what we're getting at. She basically failed to disclose this information, and she had basically gone onto Reddit, was hired, and that's pretty much how it went down. Now, failing to disclose something like this can be pretty bad, okay? Having relationships to these kinds of people and somehow defending it at times, because there was a moment where, like, I think her husband's Twitter account at the time had posted something really weird, something that a map account would do, and she ended up kind of defending it, saying the account was hacked in a way, which is just insane, if you ask me. It's like the bargain bin exit excuse strategy. But regardless, she was hired by Reddit, and effectively, a subreddit known as r/UK Politics, obviously, posted in protest against this. They brought attention to the lights, they brought some articles, and apparently, bam! The mods were gone. People were being deleted. Anybody posting an article or even mentioning this name, Amy, and being negative about it in general, were getting their subreddits effectively removed and canceled and destroyed. It was a 48-hour barrage of nonstop censorship. Now, at the end of the day, the claims for removal were basically made around doxing/harassing. Now, before we continue this, I've noticed a very sick trend on the internet, okay? A very sick trend. People who talk about this or anything related, especially when there's somebody who is transgender in this case, or part of the LGBT, take it so negatively, okay? They use it as a platform to attack individuals. I want to state for the record, the Some Ordinary Gamers community is a completely inclusive community. At the end of the day, we are literally some ordinary gamers. Look, I'm a fat Indian guy that plays video games and browses the internet, checks the deep web, and I might read a creepypasta from time to time. I am going to get my friends together for a good old troll pasta. That's in the future. But in all retrospects, this channel is an inclusive channel for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. All it matters is you come over here, you have a laugh, you have a giggle, you see something creepy, you enjoy it. That's pretty much the focal point of this channel. So I condemn anybody that's using this to sort of like push some stupid agenda on people. That's not something I'm okay with. So I just want to state that for the record. Basically, r/UK Politics posted this nonsense and basically outed this out, and they were getting canceled. They were getting destroyed. It got to a point that Reddit was just on a complete backlash. Dude, you want to see how many subreddits stood up in protest, locking their subreddits down because of what Reddit did to this one mod? I'm going to show you real quick. These are lists of protesting subreddits, okay? To the point where r/fitness, r/music. You want to see how many people are on r/music? r/music has had somewhere around 27 1.1 million users. Music is joining many subreddits in condemning child abuse and censorship, as they should. Reddit has hired a known enabler and protector. This is literally the scripture you need, okay? And it's not just them. The reason I know about this is not even because of just my subreddit, because subreddits that I follow, like r/Apple, r/Pokemon Go, even though I don't play the game, even my own city, I'm not even kidding with you, went out of their way to go into this protest, which I totally am part of. If Reddit was defending somebody this heavily, okay, by banning accounts, by banning subreddits, by censoring this platform to protect someone, I am totally part of this protest alongside millions of other users, okay? To the point where even the Linux Master Race, and this is why I'm also, Linux Master Race, a subreddit I browse because I'm a Linux guy myself, Arch Linux, by the way, they were joining the protest. Everyone was joining the protest, okay? Even iOS Themes was joining the protest. I don't even know Hackintosh was. Dude, the entire Apple community was joining this. And so now that this is explained how far this protest goes and why these people are protesting, it's time to actually see what Reddit did right in this scenario. And the reason why this video isn't going to be as long as it is because finally, after 48 hours, Reddit did the right thing. Here's a statement 8 hours ago that Reddit made. An update on the recent issues surrounding a Reddit employee. They're not even naming the Reddit employee over here. We would like to give you all an update on the recent issues that have transpired concerning a specific Reddit employee, as well as provide you with context into actions we took to prevent doxing and harassment. Now, before we continue with doxing and harassment, I'm never a fan of harassment. I think harassment is wrong, and if you partake in harassment, it's just not healthy. You shouldn't do it. And honestly, harassment is something that across every TOS service is not allowed, okay? So if you get banned for this, I don't have any sympathy for you. But doxing is an interesting thing. See, doxing is the leaking of private information. And when you're a public figure in this case, like I'm telling you, Amy was actually banned from a political party. People know her. You can Google this name and it has a public persona behind it. The reason why, here's the thing, you can't just give out people's names, right? Like you can't give out full legal names because that is doxing to an extent. However, things get different when you're a public figure. If you take my name, Mutahar Anas, and you just send that out to people, I can't say that you're doxing me in my name because I gave out my name of my own accord, okay? So a politician has no right to it. The entire argument of doxing is just insane. As of today, the employee in question is no longer employed by Reddit. They actually just fired her. We built a relationship with her first as a mod and then through her contractor work on Arpan. Which I guess is like Reddit's administrative network. We did not adequately vet her background before formally hiring her. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? A background search, Reddit? Here, hold on. Here's a shocker, by the way. I'm going to show you how to do a background search. The most basic free background search, Reddit. Okay, sit down. See, this is when your browser, you go to any browser, okay? You can use Internet Explorer, Edge, Furry Fox, Chrome. I use Brave, okay? I'm sure somebody's going to cancel me in the comment sections for it. Okay, now you want to go to www.bing.com, okay, like so. And in bing.com, you want to type in Amy. Oh, wow, it's the first result. You enter that. Look at that. Public figure, an official site. Dang. If Bing can do it, if you use Google, you might be able to dig up more. It's very, very simple to do a background search. I have no idea. What is the vetting process, okay? Do you just, like, fucking put a Ouija board in the middle and try to, like, ask it questions? Dude, that is we didn't adequately vet the person. Dude, that's the first search result. You're not hiring somebody that doesn't show up anywhere. That's the most BS excuse ever. We put significant effort into improving how we handle doxing and harassment. Okay. And this employee was a subject of both. I don't doubt it, okay? I don't doubt it. With a past like this, obviously people on the internet they were literally protesting. You're telling me people from these subreddits, given how Reddit is, didn't do that? I totally believe this whole thing. I totally believe the harassment side of it, and I don't even endorse it. I don't even endorse harassing a criminal, like an actual indicted, proven criminal, because I'm not part of the harassing, Olympics. In this case, we over-indexed on protection and had serious consequences in terms of enforcement actions. Over-indexed on protection? What does that mean? What did you set the algorithm to extreme? What? On March 9th, we added extra protections for this employee. Okay, obviously, including actioning content that mentioned the employee's name or shared personal information on third-party sites, which we reserve for serious cases of harassment and doxing. So, over here, you literally said we didn't adequately vet her, right? Okay, cool. This is where you got caught up in the BS. On March 9th. So clearly, you had to Google the employee. You had to understand why. What kind of information was shared? You had to really check. You basically did a bit of vetting right here. You're telling me you didn't do the one Google search that brought up the article that r/UK Politics was sharing from public sources detailing this person's connection to actual criminals? You didn't find that on March 9th? I don't believe it. Like, it's insane how weird this, like, update even is. It almost indicts them. On March 22nd, a news article about this employee was posted by a mod of r/UK Politics. The article was removed and the submitter banned by the aforementioned rules. When contacted by the moderators of r/UK Politics, we reviewed the actions and reversed the ban on the moderator. And we informed the r/UK Politics moderation team that we had restored the mod. So this paragraph right here, this one I can actually 100% believe. See, what happens over here is probably something like YouTube, where there's like an automatic moderation bot that probably went psycho and decided to remove them because it's a bot. It makes mistakes. It's kind of like when when YouTube messes up like when YouTube will make a video 18 plus and you appeal it and the appeal gets auto rejected within a minute. There's probably a good chance a bot would have done it. And sometimes when you go to the social media team on YouTube and you ask them, they go to another team. The team then sends a proper human to review it and it gets overturned and whatnot. I've had this happen. Tons of other YouTubers have had it happen. I can only imagine they just mean a bot. We updated our rules to flag potential harassment for human. Yeah, what they should have done in the first place. What anything should have done. I get that there's a lot of things to review, but honestly, having a system where you have some humans quickly check is better than having a robot do a one and done. Now, coincidentally, somebody asked, we did not adequately vet her background before formally hiring her. Why? Yeah, I actually agree why. That has almost 100,000 upvotes. Why? Most jobs will do that. You do realize the first thing most jobs will do? I've conducted job interviews. You know the first thing I've done? Googled their name. You know when I go to a shady place on Craigslist to buy something weird? Okay, I Google that person, okay? I make sure I'm not going to some crack den to get mugged, okay? It's a very basic procedure to do. Again, I want to just say this whole thing is this is what happened on Reddit, and that was pretty much the entire hodgepodge of what we were looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Reddit did the right thing, okay? To be completely honest with you, I am actually really happy that Reddit decided to cut ties with somebody who is really genuinely problematic, okay? There is no way I can live in a society that accepts, people who have done absolute criminal behavior. There is no way this can be accepted. Even though it took 2 days, and honestly, they had to have their feet held to the fire. At the end of the day, when something right is done, at least I can acknowledge the right thing was done. Reddit has fired somebody that was problematic to begin with. And for people who are turning this issue into something where like, look, what a shining example for, transgender people out there. You people are sick for turning this into a politicized issue. This person doesn't represent anybody. In fact, if anything, this person hurts the cause of the LGBT. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say regarding that, okay? It's fucked up. Some people are turning this issue into some politicized nonsense. At the end of the day, this was somebody who was a disgusting person, and that's pretty much all we should look at. It was somebody that was disgusting, somebody who protected people that were disgusting, and Reddit basically went to bat for a disgusting individual over its community. And as somebody that uses Reddit a lot, that's a terrible thing to fucking admit to. But as somebody that uses Reddit, okay, let's be honest here. I'm glad that Reddit didn't decide to cave in and go against their, the user base for an obvious proper protest, okay? You should not remove somebody, you should not protect someone, okay, who doesn't deserve the protection after they have consistently defended people, okay, that are committing criminal actions. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, for people who are harassing this individual, do not do it. Harassment is terrible regardless of who you're giving it to, okay? It just makes you look worse as a person. Be the bigger person. That's all I'm going to say. Reddit did the right thing, and the protest is over. So yeah, that's really all I had to say on it. This whole situation is kind of a salty taste of dick in my mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up some crappy games on Game Jolt, and I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and I am out.